Hey there, people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm doing a series of videos. This is the second one. Month of November is ending. Very sunny outside. In the early morning, it was like around 19 degrees. Not much of winter going on, but I am always pumped up about winter. I like winter fragrances. I like this time of the year when everything is kind of cool, less hot. You don't sweat that much. Life is easier. But right now, nothing is easier. So anyway, we have to move on. I will do a morning thoughts episode. I will answer some of your questions. I see some of the comments. I will do, I'll just let you know what's happening, updates and stuff like that. So this episode, I have 7 fragrances prepared for you. I have reviewed them all. All of them are reviewed on my channel. And these are some of the solid fragrances. I would say great for colder months. And if you're talking about dupes, especially particularly dupes which people like, and this is the most popular and also hated but viral trend, that whenever you do dupes or clones or affordable budget version, people like that because most of the people understand this in the world. They are not rich, they are in the middle class or upper middle class maybe, or within that, like somewhere in the middle, they are the majority. So in my channel, I noticed these are the videos that gets a lot of view, and also my crowd is from 20 to 30. This is the majority crowd, who like this kind of contents, my content, right? So 7 fragrances, I will speak very briefly on each. Try them out. These are good, possible, like I'll mention the budget, like as far as I remember, these are good for definitely winter months. Okay, so I'll start with one of my favorite fragrances called Wildstone Whisky, and this is an Indian brand. I'm sorry if you do not find this in your country, but this fragrance, maybe you can look for it. If it's very affordable perfume. It's under $20 or cheaper than that. Okay, maybe 20, $22. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but this is a set of this. I bought this set afterwards just to explore other ones. This is Wildstone. They have this what collection? Bad, this name, Badass collection, and they have 3 there. I think there is whiskey, cigar, and ammo. Out of the 3, I actually love exceptionally, like this is exceptional, for me, and this is my taste. Your taste could be totally different. Reason for me to love this is, for the very first time, I think I said it in YouTube, that this reminds me of 2 very expensive niche perfumes, which are boozy tobacco fragrances, sweet, and those fragrances are like, I think, Nasamato Baraonda and then Kute by Uniki Luxury. Those 2 fragrances are really expensive. I had Kute, Baraonda I reviewed. Baraonda has more of a chocolatey feel, but Kute was raw whiskey, like very, very raw whiskey. That booziness is like, you can smell like if you put whiskey on a saddle of a horse, like those, sorry, like a leather saddle. So it's like a nice little masculine raw. If you do not like boozy fragrances, if you are used to sweet whiskey like pure malt, okay, or CH-Man Privé, that would not work for you. So I sold it off. For me, it was too much. So if you like those 2, Kute and the Baraonda, this is a cheaper alternative to that. But smell-wise, performance-wise, it's crazy. It's crazy. I smelled it, not only me, on someone else who came to meet me once. And one of the brothers, he is no longer in Bangladesh. He lived in Saudi now. He came to meet me, and it was like kind of breezy that day, that evening. And I smelled it. I could not remember the name because I recently bought it, but I could tell I smelled it before. And he said, "This is your recommendation. Tell me what it is I'm wearing." And he, in the end, told me. So this is definitely a compliment beast. But also remember, if you're from a religious family, if you go into the house, some people may mistake you for, being a little bit drunk, right? So if you like boozy, it's a long intro, but Wildstone Whiskey is one of my favorite 10 out of 10 fragrances of all time. Even not only budget segment, it's a good fragrance on its own. Second one is something I show every now and then. This is called Celestial by Paris Corner. Very beautiful bottle. This one has that falcon or eagle, whatever, the royalty of Dubai has this luxury feel. So they made a very beautiful looking bottle, and there are 3 in this line. I reviewed all of them. Check out. So this is dupe or take on Ganymede. You guys know that. If you do not know, I'm telling you, this is such a good fragrance. This is such a good fragrance. I'm not going to compare this with other dupes, which I did already in a separate video. But on its own, I want to give it props for what this is. This one gives so much value. This one gives so much wearability factor. The Ganymede, first of all, the price on that is crazy expensive. For a 50 ml bottle, people would not want to spend $200 if they are not super rich. Okay, just let you know. So we look for the next best deal. This is on the next best deal. You can get Lattafa's Masa, this, or Kenzo Humidity Intense, and many other dupes out there. But such a beautiful bottle, such a nice, like a wearable, cooling, like this color. It smells like this color, you know. So it's almost to the aquatic point, but it's not an aquatic. So it's a fresh, metallic, mineral-like mango, you know, green mango sort of a fragrance, which I really enjoy in summer. Even in winter, you can wear it because of the spices. It will hang in there. Even in winter, our winter, it will last better. So it's a very good package. So this is called Celestial by Paris Corner Emir. Sorry guys, I am having that cold issue, so I'm taking medication. Sometimes the system just gets blocked, so I pause the video for that. Sorry about that. That was kind of gross. But anyway, I am not well, but I'm continuing my work. I'll talk about it in the morning thoughts. Next one I haven't shown in a bit, in a while. This is one of my most favorite takes on YSL, Lanui Delhomme Blue Electric. Okay, there are two. I'll show you the other one, what that is. There are actually three, but this one is one of my first ones that I bought as a dupe, which is called, I think this is Lattafa Al Nashama Caprice. The name is very long. I have this much juice left. Maybe I'll get a backup. Very beautiful presentation. I plan to buy Nashama actually today. Maybe I'll get it because that one is a take on maybe one of the fragrances called Paragon, from the house of, was that house that, man, that Oath for Greatness, you know the house anyway. So this is a very fine perfume, very fine. It lasts longer than YSL on me, and this smells very close to the real deal. So this is kind of like dead ringer of that fragrance. Very simply speaking, if you like Lanui Delhomme Blue Electric, this is very similar to that, and this looks very expensive as well, presentation wise. Look at that, very artistic. This is something I highly recommend. In winter, you're gonna get great performance. Lattafa does that for you on most part, and Lattafa is one of my favorite houses, to be honest, for value nowadays. Okay, so Nashama Caprice, definitely check it out. I think the other one is Guess Seductive on Blue, and one more I have here is this one from Fragrance World. This is also equally good. This is Jack of Clubs, which you can get. I reviewed it, but today I felt like showing that Nashama because it's been a while. Okay, so yeah, we are lucky to have so many alternatives to some of our favorite perfumes, which are very expensive. Blue Electric costs like $150. Okay, next one is a recent buy. I know that not many people was impressed by it, but I'm very impressed. The reason being, let me show you first of all. This is Pendora Sense, and this is called Amorist. Pendora Sense is from, I think, Paris Corner. This bottle is very nice looking bottle. Okay, and this is dupe or take on Bulgari Aquamara. Oh man, I need another break. Sorry. Yeah, the system is jammed, so I have to clear out my system before I go out today. But yeah, I'm getting better. I can smell stuff. Nose is opening slowly. So this thing is a take on Bulgari Aquamara, and I do not know that many clones of Bulgari Aquamara. Most of the dupes, let's say Herod or Leighton, this kind of DNA, Lanui Delhomme. Nowadays we have a lot of alternatives, right? But Aquamara, which is super rare now, super expensive and super nice and unique, you cannot buy that so easily, readily available. One thing, and it's discontinued, right? So this one gives the dry down of Amara minus the dirty, soaky, the not soaky, like imagine like a orange or like a orange that has been soaking in the seawater for a very long time. It gives you that like an earthy, bitter as well as rotten vibe. This one is minus the rotten vibe. This is very nice orangey smell, does last a decent time, and for the price this is a no-brainer, under $20. One of my favorites, underrated fragrances. You can try this, if you see it somewhere and see for yourself. This is very close to the dry down of Amara, but the Amara lasts much longer and also costs so much more. So definitely in winter this will perform better in a Bangladesh situation. So that is called Amoris by Pendora Sense. So I have three left. These three are the exceptional ones. These three are a little bit upper class than the first four or last four. Upper class in a sense that they smell like of more quality, and they definitely price wise a little bit more, like sometimes even double, right? So this is one of my favorite fragrances, DNA called Tuxedo from YSL. I can buy it, no doubt that I really wanted to get this one time because it is such a high fragrance, such a long lasting, spicy, boozy rose perfume, and there's maybe vanilla in there as well. But Tuxedo is like a perfection in a bottle. But whenever I see the price tag, $250 for a tester, I'm like, there's a lot of baby cat or something. Some other fragrances, they look very tempting, but the niche line of certain houses, like niche houses, sometimes very difficult out of our budget. So this is one of the alternatives that I really enjoy, called Rochas or Rochas Mustache EDP. Make sure you go for the EDP because the EDT is a different fragrance. It's like a old school barbershop style, but this is tuxedo style, but has its own twist. This is very gorgeous. The generous amount of juice in the 125 ml, I think, or 120, 125 ml, which I love for 45, $55. This is heavy cap as well. Smells delicious. Smells a lot like tuxedo, but more interesting, more sweeter. And I do think there is another one. I think was the one Lattafa, what's that name? The oud, something oud. I have this one. I have the other one somewhere as well. This is Turati Brown, and then maybe Afghan Supremacy in oud, and maybe one more. There are few I reviewed, but this is the one that I really enjoy on its own. It's a proper fragrance, very beautiful, and this kind of bottles, heavy bottles, feels really premium, like so much more than what you're paying for. Okay, so I love this. Okay, Rochas or Rocas or Rojas. I always say all three. I don't know which one is right. Mustache EDP. Number two and number one, two of the most popular perfumes nowadays. And the number two is kind of expensive for a small 80 ml bottle, which is called, I think, Fragrance World, but they're now called French Avenue, Spectre, Wraith. I'm being very careful saying the name because I used to say Spectre, right? Because look at that, like spelling, right? When you see that spelling, you want to say it like that, right? But it has this really awesome looking bottle with that bullet piercing through the bottle, and then the bullet also in the cap. Very gorgeous bottle. That's why they cost a little bit more, 30, $35 around for 80 ml. So translates to maybe $40, $45. So it is a little bit pricey for a dupe. So this one is a take on Black Phantom of by Killian, or Killian simply. I previously did review Spectre, Ghost. That one was beautiful, Ani dupe. This I love as well as an alternative to Black Phantom. Black Phantom has that coffee, chocolate, kind of like a night out, bad boy vibe. And it's a very dark, playful perfume, which this is similar to that, but the quality of Killian is so much more. If you want to get something in between this and that, maybe Angel Man would be a great choice. But this, as a dupe, is a very nice, cool looking matte black finish. Definitely check out my review. It's not one-on-one quality, but I think it's a good fragrance for you to try. Okay, so number one is numero uno is this perfume. This is my most complimented whenever I am being cheap. Like, I want to go out and I want people to know, I want to show off. Let's go. Let's say I'm going to a shop. So they're going to be like frag heads or people buying perfumes, and they're going to be near me. Even if they don't know me, they'll smell and say, ask me, like, what are you wearing? So when I got this first, this is not a brand new smell. This is very typical of fragrance. If you know Nishane Hachivat, this is the take on Nishane Hachivat old vintage batches. Get Hawas Black now before they reformulate this. If you're ever planning to get it, do not wait. Or maybe it will get cheaper in time. It will get cheaper and it will get watered down in time as well. So get, like, if you really love this Hachivat DNA, get this. This is not anything brand new, but this is extremely potent, very strong, very long lasting. And this thing projects like literally 10 feet, 20 feet. People can smell you. Okay. And they definitely like the smell. Like normal people, not frag heads. Normal frag heads would say, oh, I smelled this DNA before. They will not be very impressed. They'll be like, yeah, it's like Aventus, Absolute, that Hawas, and then also that, Hachivat. Yeah, we are not impressed. You're not trying to impress them. You're trying to wear something's long lasting. It can be used in summer also. It will perform equally good. But so far, no matter how much hate Hawas Black got, these are fragrances which are complement beast and last a very long time. Rasasi's quality, impeccable. Look at the juice color. I have a backup bottle of this. Luckily, maybe I'll get one more. This thing is very popular. Number one is Hawas Black. So there you go. My 7 picks today, and I'll do morning thoughts episode. I'll share a few things with you. You can watch that if you want. And have a nice day. See you soon. And stay fragrant and stay safe. Do not fall sick like me. It completely sucks in winter because the cold, everything is just not good for our fragrance hobby. Okay, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.